Yo, what's up guys? It's Jacob here. I'm in Manchester and it's actually my last day. I've been in Europe for 5 weeks, heading back to New York for 1 week tomorrow, and then I'm off to Hawaii for another 5 weeks or so. But if you just read the article above, we're going to talk a little bit about the be good versus the get better mindset. Now, I want to give you a personal example from my own life about how that came into play and how that was kind of preventing me from living and having as a fulfilled relationship as I could have. So for a long part of my life, one of the most important things to me was relationships, right? I always wanted to be in a long-term relationship, and I never had gotten there. I was 24 years old, and what I was doing was I was constantly looking at the idea of being in a relationship from a be good standpoint, from the standpoint of I need this person to be super hot, super sexy, super funny, super smart, because in part, her and how she is going to define a part of who I am. And when people look at me, she's going to be a representation of me, and I need her to be really good so that everybody knows I'm the man and that everything is good for me and that my self-worth is here. And in turn, always being so judgmental and so critical kept me from getting into a relationship that was really meaningful and fulfilling for me. And there became a point in my life where I realized that this external validation that I was always seeking, and I was always setting my standards so high, and it actually never allowed me to get into the game, it never allowed me to engage in a very meaningful type of relationship. So there became a point where I was just like, fuck that. I need to focus on what I actually care about, and what I care about is connection, intimacy, growth, love. And what I did there, in a sense, was I took it from the outcome that I was looking for of this, glamorous, this is going to define my self-worth type of outcome, and I brought it to what is the journey? What is the journey for me? What do I want my day by day, to look, feel, taste, smell, all that goodness like, right? So it was much less about trying to prove who I was through this relationship, and it was much more about just trying to improve and engage and get better. So that is, once that happened, once I started to take this approach, then, the last 3 years of my life have been the most fulfilling by far, romantically, sexually, intimately, just on all angles. It's been pretty damn sweet, and it's all about that get better mindset. And we can also look at it from the Sensophy standpoint, and that point of view. If you look back at Sensophy and you look at some of the earlier blog posts I created, there's no doubt about it. This post right here is a step or 2 or 10 up, and if I would have never given myself that permission, and I was constantly judging, what do other blog posts look like? What is this person doing? What is that genius doing? What is this superstar, rock star doing? And comparing myself to that, I would have never given myself permission to incrementally get better. I published 200 blog posts. And I even burped as I managed to say that. I published 200 blog posts and burped when I talked about it. And there's no doubt in my mind that's what led me to be able to create something of this kind of quality that I'm creating, and excited for 2 years from now to be like, where's my business going to be? Where's my life going to be in the same approach? I was so afraid to even talk to a camera like this, to have you engaging with me here. I was so scared to even look into this thing. Now, yeah, sometimes I don't exactly feel on fire or like things are perfect or like I'm super pumped up, but as a whole, I got this down. I can rock with this. You can watch this, I can do this, and it works. So the question that I have for you, in a sense, is what would you do if you felt the freedom to do whatever you wanted to do without that defining your self-worth? If you were able to do the things that you cared about, live the life that really meant something to you, where you engaged in your passion, you made a positive contribution to the world in some way, you did the things that you cared about, and you allowed yourself to show up even though you didn't know how to make that happen right now, but you're like, fuck it, I'm going to go for it, I'm really going to engage in that process, and that didn't affect your self-worth or your self-esteem, what would you do? What would you do with your life? So drop a comment below. If you didn't read the post yet, get your ass back up there, read the damn post, and if you want, of course, and drop a comment. Let us know. Let me know. I care, and I want to create content based on what you guys want to see. So the more we can talk and have this conversation, the more that I know what to create, and the more that the other people in the community also relate. I get so many emails of people saying, I read that post, oh my God, yes, I thought I was the only one. And I almost wish that those emails would be comments so that you guys could see that as well. And of course, if you do want to take this even further, if you want to go to the next level, if you want to work one-on-one, shoot me an email. Let me know why. It's so great to read all this fantastic content on blogs, but let's get real. If you're actually serious about taking your life to the next step, the right thing to do that's going to multiply the speed in which that happens is to surround yourself by people who are doing the same thing or have done the same thing or can give you some kind of guidance. And that's kind of like saying, okay, I want to be here in 3 years. I think I could be there in 3 years. And instead of waiting those 3 years, I'm going to get there in 3 months. So shoot me an email, jacob@sensify.com. Let me know if you want to rock together, and I'll let you know if I think we're a good fit. And looking forward to creating the next video from most likely Hawaii. Talk soon. Peace.